Hello, everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and today we are going to take a little bit of a detour on my project that I have been developing. So, the idea behind this project is to learn those important key concepts within software engineering, specifically for back-end software engineering. Okay, so I was creating a project where I was doing Node.js to be able to create a backend server, and I get requests, and I'm able to process those requests, etc. And I'm trying to interact with different types of databases, SQL, NoSQL, all of this, just to practice and learn all of those concepts, right? And I was thinking, okay, well, far out into the future, I am going to play with Swagger because I know that that's one of those concepts that's important. It's not something that I was planning on doing very soon. I was thinking, okay, well, I need to be able to do a lot of different operations on the database. So right now, I just got it to the point where I can put data into a database. Okay, well, how do I do the deletes and updates and reads, right? So I was thinking, okay, I got, or so I'm able to do create, but I need to do all of the other CRUD operations. And I was thinking, okay, well, I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to learn how to move forward in that direction, and then try to find all of those other things that are important within software engineering. And then way out into the future, I was thinking, okay, well, Swagger is one of the things that I've heard about is important within this field. I wasn't planning on doing it very soon, but that changed on today, actually, at work. So my work is embedded systems. I'm an embedded systems engineer. And all of a sudden, I have a need to use Swagger. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, well, that actually does integrate into the project that I'm doing, like the personal project I'm doing right now. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about the project that I'm doing for work. That's their their project, their stuff, right? But there's nothing stopping me from learning the concept here, right? And for with my personal project, because that's awesome, right? So today I am going to be going and learning about Swagger, what it is, how it's working, and then try to integrate it into my project. So it's something I was planning on doing way out into the future, but I'm like, hey, let's bring that up here. Let's take a little detour, do that here, do that now, and then later we can go and continue to be learning all of those other concepts in back-end software engineering. Wasn't planning on doing it right now, but it's great. Okay, cool. So let's open up Copilot and see what is Swagger. I want to integrate Swagger into my Node.js Express project. What is Swagger? Why is it important? What does it do? And how can I integrate it into my project? All right. So, Swagger, now officially known as OpenAPI, is a powerful toolkit for designing, documenting, and testing RESTful APIs. It's like giving your API a user manual with a live demo built in. Okay? So, what is Swagger? Swagger is a set of tools built around Open API specifications, which is a standardized way to describe your API endpoints, request parameters, responses, and more. The most commonly used tools are Swagger JS doc generates Swagger specifications from JavaScript doc comments in your code. Swagger UI Express serves a beautiful. It serves a beautiful interactive UI. I love that. Serves a beautiful interactive UI for your API docs right from your Express app. Okay. Why is Swagger important? Interactive documentation. Developers can try out endpoints directly in the browser. Okay. Clear communication. Front-end and back-end teams stay in sync. Validation helps ensure your APIs behave as documented. Client SDK, Software Development Kit, I think it stands for. Tools can auto-generate client libraries in many languages. Okay, so what it is, from reading that, sounds like it's a way to document your code and creates a platform that you are able to interact with the API endpoints from the browser. So like I load something from, I don't know where yet, but I load something here on the browser and that interacts with my server here, endpoints, and I'm able to somehow get that through Swagger. Okay. So before I do this, I actually realized, let me close this out. I need to push, I just solved the problem up here. I need to actually push that to GitHub. Git status, okay. Let's see, git add, yeah, sure, add all that. Git commit fixed problem with previous version where I was mishandling JSON and JS objects. Problem now resolved, and system is able to correctly log the JSON, and also I am able to successfully save a person to the what was it? People database. Okay. So then git push origin main should be good. Come on. Okay, cool. Just realized that I needed to save that. Now let's start to integrate Swagger. So I want to install Swagger JSON docs and Swagger UI Express. Okay. So that should come and create, yep, there it is. So node modules was changed, and now I have those two things. Okay, cool. So set up Swagger in your JavaScript server or app.js. So server.js. All right, what are we trying to do here? So port express, we want to Okay, import. And I know obviously I could type this out, or obviously I could copy and paste this out, but I'm trying to understand it as well. Swagger. So it's already like giving me the option here, and I wish I wouldn't have ran that command because I'm curious, like, is it giving me this option only because I did the install? What if I hadn't done the install yet? Okay. JS doc. Okay. This is a capital S. This is not a capital S. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Import Swagger UI from Swagger UI Express. Okay. Const Swagger options. Okay. So right now I'm going to kind of do exactly what it says, and then I'm going to try to understand why and what's actually happening. Okay, so this is still in my server.js, this file right here. Okay. So app, where do I create the app? Here. Okay. So after I do that, I need to create Swagger options. I'll just do it here. Creating Swagger, yeah, options, I don't know. Setting up Swagger, I'll say. Setting up Swagger. So, const Swagger options. Okay, so this means I'm just creating a variable called Swagger options, and I'm passing in, this is like a dictionary. So this is a JSON object, which is different. Or sorry, no, this is a JavaScript object, which is different than a JSON. Okay, so this is not JSON. This is a JavaScript object. So this is an object. Okay, so now we have, and I need to figure out, like, are these keywords here specific to Swagger? Like, this definition needs to be called definition. Can it be called definition 1? All right, let's just do what it says, and then later we'll experiment. Definition, okay. Here, and then OpenAI 3.0.0 Open API. Okay, info. Space, then this one. And then title. Hey, that one was that one is like a standard option. I don't know if that was a coincidence or what. Okay, so my API version 1.0.0. Okay. API documentation for my project. Why is this one not happy? Probably because I don't have a colon right there. Okay. And we need a comma here. Okay, so now that closes off this info one. And we want to create another one called servers. Okay, which is a list. And in that list is a JavaScript object. Okay, one JavaScript object with a field of URL and the value of this right here. I think it's localhost 5000 actually, so I'm just gonna do that. This, and then it's not 3000, it is 5000. Okay. So that's another field here, and then so definitions, this is inside of definition, we have this entire object, which this is one field of a larger object. Okay, so now I come here and say, okay, APIs. Inside of this, there is going to be a list. And that list is going to not contain an object, it is going to contain a route. Okay. Select all.javascript here. And then a comment, path to route files with what? JS doc. Comments, okay? And then close it out. There. Okay, so now I am going to tired. Alright, so now I'm going to create this new variable called swagger spec. Okay. So now const swagger spec is equal to swagger JSON doc, okay, with swagger options. Okay, what does that do? I'm not sure. I'm just coming into this JSON doc and passing in this parameter, and I get something back. Who knows? We don't know yet. We'll figure that out later. App.use here, and then API docs swagger UI.serve. Okay, what's going on here? I have no idea. We're gonna figure that out later. Swagger UI.setup Setup Swagger specs, I think it's saying specs here. Yep. And close that out. Okay. Cool. So we added all that in there. Next, we'll come here. So now add JS doc comments to my routes. So @. This is a good opportunity for me to learn about what the @ does, because I think they're called decorators. I've seen them in Python, I've seen them in Java, and now apparently I've seen them in JavaScript. So visit my docs, run server here to see your live API. Okay. To my routes. Okay. What does that mean though? To my routes. User routes? I'm not sure. How do I do step 3? Okay. All right, if you have a route file like people.js inside your routes folder, all of those, okay. If you like people.js inside your routes folder, here I import express a router, and then I have this entire thing here. Okay, and then I have the endpoint. This comment must be placed directly above my route. Swagger scans this using Swagger JS doc, grabs the details, and generates the documentation. Okay, so what if I have multiple routes? So this is user routes. I'm gonna come here, and so this is here. Let's actually just do whatever. Come here. Okay. So this is users. And then like this maybe, I don't know, submit Mongo, post. Okay, so sure. I don't know if this is, let's just try to run it. I don't know. So run this. Didn't immediately get an error. So let's try to figure out, let's go to here. API docs. Okay. So localhost 5000 here, and then I'm going to go to this API docs. No operation defined in specifications. Okay. Don't know if, well, obviously it didn't catch this. But it also didn't just like crash. So I don't know what that means. Let me try killing my server and rerunning this and seeing if I crash. Okay, good. So there's something, it is dealing with my server, so it's up, but it's not kind of catching this one. It's probably because I just randomly put this in here. Imagine that. Just randomly putting code doesn't work too well. Okay. So let me just do this to submit people. Okay, so people routes, I think it's here. This, like that. Swagger, people, submit people, which is right here. And then is it like that I don't have a space there or something? Okay, let me rerun this. I still don't have anything in my specifications. Okay. So loaded successfully, but couldn't find any defined API operations, meaning your annotation route comments probably aren't being picked up directly by Swagger JS doc. Let's get that cleared up. So let's see. Okay, so this one up here, when I was creating this, routes, routes, here, the star.js. So it should be in both of those, okay? Make sure this path matches your route folder and existing file extensions. It should. Okay. Definitions. Okay. Annotation, syntax, and placement. Swagger only picks up JS doc style comments placed directly above. Restart my server. Check for comment format issues. Tiny. Okay. So, I'm just going to copy and paste this entire thing instead of trying to write it out. So, what is the mass comment in JavaScript? Okay. Doesn't like this. I'm guessing it's probably this like under little s. Let me try it with a big S. And then feel like I wrote that big S twice though. And I can't remember where the other one was. Oh, it was up here, right? So why is this crashing? Hold up. Yeah, it is this right here. Swagger options. Okay. But we're good now, right? Like, it's fine. at 59. Okay. Okay, so still doesn't work, so it wasn't that problem. Okay. See if we can do it like this. Here. And then quickly put it here and then drag that in. Okay. Maybe later. Oh, darn. Okay, never mind. Sucks. No, 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 no. Okay. So I can't really send my entire file structure because it's not like it doesn't have access to my files. So it's like there's I saw an AI that was actually able to look at all of your project, like all of the files, and then you're able to get it to this was crazy. It was so crazy. It looked at all of your files here. Okay. And then it was able to make changes and then ask you, like, do you approve these changes? And then you press yes or no. And then it sent it over to the browser and it was like, da, 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 it made those changes, right? And then it can rerun things and make sure that it works and then iteratively, like, change your code and keeps like asking like, do you approve this, do you approve that? And I was watching this AI do it and I was like, oh, why why are we studying this topic again? Right, like, yeah, so AI is coming for our jobs, but that's it's been doing that for a year or 2 years now. And yeah, software engineering jobs just keep drying up, 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 up as AI just keeps getting better. People are saying, well, AI won't be able to uh, won't be able to do the job of a software engineer. It's already automating software engineers. It doesn't a robot does it automation doesn't look like a robot in a person's body where it just is like a one for one taking over of a pre-existing job. That's not the way that automation works. Automation is one person using a tool to be so efficient that they can do the job of three people. So this one person is still a human, but they replaced two other people. Those two people don't exist anymore. Their job doesn't exist anymore. That's automation. That's like ChatGPT or the AI tool being those two people. Just because there still needs to be one person there doesn't mean that they didn't get automated. Those two people didn't get automated away. But anyways, it's just interesting when I hear people say, "Oh, well, nah," or they even say like, "Oh, in 3 years, do you think AI will start automating jobs away?" And it's like, well, it's been automating jobs away for 2 years now, and it continues to do so every single time there is a update that is automation. Like that, there's less jobs because every single progressive automation, there is less jobs. That's the way it is, right? It gets better, less need for humans. Humans go down, right? That's the way it is. All right, so where were we? Yeah, so it doesn't have access to my files. Um, Kind of got off on a tangent. I th- I have a couple questions. What happens if I have multiple endpoints in the same file? So that's one question that I have. And then I'm thinking, okay, so I'm thinking I don't understand what Swagger is and how as I mentioned in this video, like I'm just randomly writing what it's telling me to write, and I don't actually understand it. So I'm going to ask this question, and then I'm probably going to get to sleep. It's 1 a.m. right now, so I'm probably going to go to sleep and then hit it tomorrow and try to get an understanding of, okay, well, let's try to figure out what's actually going on. I just kind of, because I had no, at the beginning of this video, I had zero context for what Swagger is, how it's supposed to be working. Now I kind of understand that there's something to do with, I'm creating like options and telling it where I'm going to be putting comments, and then in those locations I'm putting these weird comments, and then I need to create these option, or then I need to create these things here that allow me to go to this endpoint, right? So now I kind of have some very fuzzy, hazy understanding. Okay, that was the first step. Second step is now try to get that fuzzy understanding to be a little bit more clear, and then from that we can start solving the problems. But there's nothing to be concerned about that we're running into this problem. That's actually totally to be expected because I'm randomly putting stuff in. So of course we're not going to be able to get it to actually work. So what do we do here? We just have multiple things. So also I'm noticing like there's probably a lot of problem. Let's see. I also realized, oh, did I need to do like get instead of post? So this is a post, that's fine. This is a get, okay. So what if I just like literally did this with like the dots? So as of right now, we're just playing around. We're just okay. So this is a get. Yeah, that's fine. And then not get people, but this is going to be all users. People, all users. Okay. Nice. And then do we want to do it on the other one too? I don't know. Do we need to do it to all of them? Do we need all of them to have these things? And I guess this is what creates the documentation, right? People, and this is all people. All people, and it's a get, okay? And then here in users, I have all users, but I don't think it's people, right? This one is, what was users, right? Kind of like that. So let me come here. Let me actually just kill my server. Let me save all this. It should automatically save, but okay. Run this. I'm gonna come here. Actually, I'm just gonna come here, reload this. Okay. It's not 3,000. It's 5,000. Why does it say 3? Server 3,000. Hold up. That actually might be a problem as well. 3,000, 5,000. Okay. 5,000. Okay. Cool. So in the next video, we're gonna go through and kind of actually understand what's going on. I feel like we did make some progress. Like the first part of a project is always going to be just like putting something down there, trying to get something on the page, and then from that you're able to start to understand and try to get a better understanding of what's actually happening. So that will be in the next video, but as I said, like it's 1 a.m. right now. I'm really tired. I'm gonna head to bed. So tomorrow we're gonna be more clear-headed, and yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to investigate this, try to figure out what's going on, why it's breaking. If that is interesting to you, subscribe to this channel. That would be amazing. I would love to see you guys in the next video and join me on this journey of becoming a software engineer if AI doesn't replace all of our jobs by then. So, who knows? That's scary though. The thing with the AI is, like, that's one thing, like, okay, yeah, it might automate all of our jobs. Okay, fine. So, it might automate software engineering. Not great for people like us, right? Okay. Or it might automate all jobs, okay? Or if it gets really good, yeah, it might just kill us all. So it's like I don't know. If it automates all jobs, then does that mean it's like a post-scarcity society? But if it can do that, it's probably, would it be good enough to just kill us all, right? Like if it becomes self-conscious, I think we're just gonna be dead. I think it's just gonna kill us. And I was reading something, I think it was Anthropic. They were creating a new AI model, and this AI model was actually blackmailing people to try to stop it from being shut off, which kind of indicates that it has some self-preserving ideology and self-preserving instinct. And if that's actually and is willing to act upon that and try to perform actions to achieve its objectives. So if that is the case, that seems like it is starting to get sentience. And if it does, I just think goodbye. Goodbye. we had a interesting run, but all right. Anyways, on that depressing note, let's head to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. My name is Timothy Lee Grant. Goodbye.